This story right here is crazy. Like we've seen rap beefs get wild before. But this one might have just crossed the line between industry drama and straight up disturbing. So allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly because this whole situation got the internet shook, DJ Vlad. Yes, that DJ Vlad, the man who's made a career off interviewing rappers and catching them slipping, reportedly sent a disturbing video to Lil Durk, right after one of Durk's close affiliates was murdered in cold blood. Now, if you've been following the Chicago scene, you already know how deep this runs. Lil Durk's circle has seen too much loss. King Von de Thang, now another close affiliate, gone. But what made this situation explode online was when whispers started flying that Vlad didn't just post something, he personally sent a message. Sources say it wasn't no condolences, no stay strong bro, none of that. What he sent was dark. Like, why would you even record that type of dark? Within hours, fans were dragging Vlad across every platform, calling him the feds. Disrespectful, playing with trauma for clicks. Meanwhile, Durk went ghost on socials. No posts, no tweets, nothing. But people close to him, they say he was heated. One insider even claimed Durk said, "If that video's real, I'ma make him feel what I felt." And that's when the internet went nuclear. Screenshots started dropping. Cryptic tweets. Durk's team allegedly had a late-night meeting, and even other rappers began picking sides. The question everyone's asking now, what was in that video? Why did Vlad send it? And what's gonna happen next? Stay tuned, because what unfolded after this might be one of the most shocking moments in recent rap history. It all started the night the news broke about Lil Durk's affiliate being shot outside a small club on the west side of Chicago. The whole internet went quiet for a second, then the timelines lit up like wildfire. Fans were heartbroken, blogs were scrambling, and Durk's team moved in silence. But what nobody expected was that behind the scenes, something way darker was already brewing. According to people close to the situation, DJ Vlad had been working on an exclusive segment about Durk's camp just days before the tragedy. Some say it was meant to drop the same week. Others claim it was pulled last minute. But once the affiliate was killed, Vlad supposedly made a move that nobody could believe. Sources say Vlad reached out to someone in Durk's circle, an unnamed contact, claiming he had footage that might help explain what really happened. Now, when you hear that from Vlad, you already know it sounds suspicious. His interviews are known for digging deep into personal stuff, sometimes too deep, and this time it wasn't even an interview. It was a clip. Allegedly, it showed a chaotic moment right after the shooting. Shaky camera work. People screaming, sirens in the background, but the way Vlad presented it made people feel like he was trying to turn someone's pain into views. The message he reportedly attached to the video said, "Maybe this will open your eyes to what's really going on around you." Cold, right? Imagine losing someone you called family and then getting that kind of message. Insiders say Durk was in Atlanta when he got the clip. He didn't say a word at first, just stared at the screen. He replayed it 3 times, silent. Then he stood up, threw his phone on the couch, and told his manager, "Nah, that man trippin'." He crossed a line. By morning, the internet was already buzzing. Screenshots of a blurred-out message thread between an account labeled VLADTV and a private number started floating on X and Instagram blogs. Nobody could confirm if they were real, but the timing was too perfect. One post said, "So this what journalism look like now?" Another read, "If this true, Durk gotta address this ASAP." Fans started flooding Durk's old tweets, begging him to respond. Others defended him, saying he shouldn't give Vlad the attention he wants. Meanwhile, Vlad's social media was quiet, eerily quiet. No interviews dropping, no clips posted, nothing. Just silence. That made people even more suspicious. Then, out of nowhere, a short cryptic tweet appeared on his page. Truth always makes people uncomfortable. He deleted it 10 minutes later, but not before fans caught screenshots. Within an hour, the internet turned the whole situation into a full-blown storm. Rumors began flying that the video Vlad sent wasn't just something he found online that he might have actually had a cameraman in the area that night. Some people even claimed Vlad had been investigating the affiliates' movements for weeks for an upcoming segment on the dangers of street rap. It sounded like a reach. But the more people talked, the more the story spiraled. One Chicago blogger said on Live, "If that's true, Vlad ain't no journalist, he's a vulture." By that evening, Durk's camp had reportedly held a meeting. One source, a close associate, described it like a scene out of a movie, tense. Quiet, with everyone waiting for Durk to speak. He finally said, "If he really got people following us, I'm not letting that slide." They discussed whether to go public, to release statements, to call Vlad out directly, or to stay silent and handle it privately. Half the team wanted to blast him. The other half said, "Nah, let's be smart. That's what he wants, attention." Durk himself didn't post anything, but a story appeared on one of his burner accounts, a black screen with the words, "You play with pain, pain play back." That was all it took. Fans took it as a direct shot at Vlad. Comments flooded the blogs again. He talking about Vlad. Durk finally responded, "Oh, this about to get ugly." Within the next 24 hours, new pieces of the puzzle started surfacing. A former videographer who once worked with Vlad came forward in an Instagram Live, claiming, "Yo, Vlad be sitting on wild footage that never make the site. Sometimes he say he's saving it for the right moment." Maybe this was one of those times. People started connecting dots that may or may not have even existed. That's how online stories grow legs. A whisper turns into a headline turns into chaos. But what made everything feel real was when Durk's lawyer allegedly stepped in. Multiple outlets reported that Durk's legal team was reviewing materials that had been sent to him and considering next steps. That language alone had everyone thinking lawsuits or worse. Vlad's name trended on social media for 3 straight days. The comments were brutal. "Vlad the feds strikes again. He ain't content, he's an informant. Durk should sue him." Through all this, people close to Durk described his mood as calm but cold. One insider told a blog, "He ain't yelling, he ain't tweeting. He just thinking. That's when you gotta worry." And that same night, a mysterious clip surfaced, a dark video with blurred faces and muffled voices. Titled "The Message," was posted on a random YouTube channel and taken down within an hour, but not before thousands of people saw it. Those who did claimed it looked similar to the description of the video Vlad allegedly sent Durk. If that's true, that means someone leaked it from inside the circle. Fans were torn. Half said it was fake, a setup to the blogger, unsure if it was real or edited, forwarded it to another media page for verification. Within hours, more blogs got copies. And here's where it got deep. One outlet claimed they checked the metadata and found that the footage came from a device linked to a production company once hired by DJ Vlad's team. That was the smoking gun moment for many fans. Social media exploded. Vlad set him up. He's been recording people off the record. This gotta be illegal. The narrative was spinning faster than anyone could stop it. By sunrise, the video had been uploaded and removed at least 6 times from different channels. Every time it got deleted, another version popped up. Even though nobody could confirm its authenticity, the damage was done. Fans began digging through Vlad's old interviews, finding moments where he'd asked suspiciously specific questions about street politics, Moments that now felt like clues. A viral tweet read, "We should have known this man wasn't just interviewing, he was investigating." While Vlad stayed silent, the pressure mounted on Durk. Reporters camped outside his Atlanta studio, hoping for a statement. His security turned everyone away. Behind closed doors, Durk's closest friends described him as unusually quiet. One of them, who went live by accident while on FaceTime with another team member, accidentally let the word slip. Durk say, "If dude thinks this a game, we gon' show him how we play." The clip spread like wildfire. The comment section blew up. Durk on demon time. He plotting something. This about to get bad. Meanwhile, Vlad's colleagues started to distance themselves. One of his frequent co-hosts tweeted, "I don't condone none of that weird stuff. I just do my job." Fans interpreted it as confirmation that something shady was happening behind the scenes. Other journalists weighed in too. A popular media critic posted, "There's a fine line between covering the culture and exploiting trauma. If this is true, Vlad crossed it years ago." The craziest twist came when an anonymous account, claiming to be a former intern for Vlad TV, dropped a long thread on X. The thread said Vlad had a private folder of sensitive, unreleased footage from dozens of rappers' altercations, emotional breakdowns, behind-the-scenes fights that he never intended to post but used for research and influence. The intern alleged that this wasn't the first time Vlad had sent something provocative to an artist behind the scenes to get a reaction. Fans couldn't tell what was real anymore. But the narrative had taken on a life of its own. Podcasts started running with it. Reaction channels posted dramatic titles like "DJ Vlad just ended his career" and "Lil Durk responds to the most disrespectful message ever." The algorithm went crazy, pushing every new clip and theory to the top of people's feeds. Amid all the noise, one thing stood out. Durk wasn't denying anything. He wasn't confirming it either, but his silence was louder than words. And then came the leak that shook everything again. A private voice note surfaced on a gossip blog, allegedly of Durk speaking to someone in his team. In the audio, a voice that sounded exactly like Durk said, "He don't understand pain till he'll feel it. I ain't gon' tweet about it. I'm gon' move about it." Fans dissected every syllable. Was it him? Was it edited? Didn't matter. The clip went viral anyway. People started saying Durk was planning a diss track. A full-blown response through music. Memes appeared with fake track titles like "No Interview 2" and "Who Sent the Clip." Every studio photo he posted was analyzed like a clue. One image showed him in a dark booth with the caption, "Some things can't be forgiven." Fans flooded the comments. This it. He talking about Vlad. But while Durk plotted in silence, Vlad finally spoke. He went live on his channel, face calm but eyes heavy. "I've been in this game for a long time," he said. "And y'all know how people twist stories. I didn't send nobody no disturbing video. I sent a clip that was already public, something that was online before I even touched it. People taking screenshots out of context. That's the internet for you." It sounded rehearsed, to clean. Fans weren't buying it. He lying. That's damage control. Why delete that tweet then? The live chat was brutal. One viewer wrote, "You really sent that to a man grieving and want to call it journalism?" Durk's camp didn't respond, but a subtle post appeared on one of his affiliates' pages. It said, "Apologies too late when the disrespect already printed." That single post reignited the flames. More rappers jumped in. One said everybody been knew Vlad was dangerous. Now it's catching up. Another posted, "Stop going on his show. He ain't one of us." The hip-hop community started drawing lines. Some defended Vlad, saying he was being framed. Others said it was karma for years of exploiting stories. And through all of this, Durk's fans demanded one thing: the But the truth was about to get even murkier. A week after Vlad's live stream, a new video surfaced on the dark corners of Reddit. Titled Vlad's Confession, it showed a man with Vlad's voice apparently recorded during a private conversation. In it, he said, "Sometimes you've got to push people to get real reactions. Durk's team too quiet. You shake the tree, you get the fruit." Nobody knew if it was real, edited, AI generated, but it spread everywhere. Blogs ran headlines calling it Vlad's leaked admission. Fans called it the final straw. Within hours, Vlad's sponsors started backing away. A big hip-hop clothing brand quietly pulled ads from his platform. Insiders said he was bleeding credibility, and Durk. He finally broke his silence. He went live on Instagram at 2 a.m., surrounded by his team. Eyes low, voice steady. He didn't mention names, but everyone knew who he meant. When you lose somebody you love, and somebody think that's a joke, that's when the line get drawn. I ain't entertaining no cameras, no clout, no fake apologies. We know what's real. Then he looked straight into the camera and said, "Keep that same energy offline." The live ended with 500,000 people watching. Stunned, the next morning, headlines everywhere read, "Lil Durk responds to DJ Vlad." But what came after that live stream? The next chain of events would take this drama to a level nobody saw coming. After that live stream, the energy in the industry shifted overnight. Every blog, every podcast, every clubhouse room was talking about Durk's tone. His words, his eyes, calm but heavy, with something people couldn't quite read. Fans said it wasn't anger, it was focus. One blogger described it best. That man looked like he already had a plan. And then, things started happening fast. An insider from Atlanta claimed Durk's studio sessions had turned militant. No phones, no cameras, just silence and work. Producers said he was recording non-stop, not even talking between takes. Rumors swirled that he was working on a song so raw it would end careers. The title floating around online was Behind the Lens, supposedly a direct shot at Vlad. But what made the rumor explode was a leaked lyric snippet that someone claimed came from inside Durk's camp. The line went, "You film pain, I live it. We not the same angle." That one bar had fans losing their minds. Blogs reposted it everywhere. Meanwhile, Vlad tried to play defense. He booked multiple interviews with artists known for avoiding drama, maybe to rebuild his image. But the comments on every new upload were brutal. "We don't want to hear it. You still ain't addressed that clip. Your time up." Even guests looked uncomfortable sitting across from him. One rapper subtly said, mid-interview, "You know, this game get dark when folks forget empathy." It felt like a direct jab. By midweek, an unexpected twist hit. Someone from inside Vlad's production team broke silence in a now-deleted Reddit post. They said the disturbing video wasn't something Vlad recorded himself, but something he bought. According to that anonymous source, Vlad allegedly paid a street videographer for raw footage from the night of Durk's affiliate's death. If true, that meant he intentionally got access to something deeply personal and chose to send it anyway. Fans went ballistic. So he paid for trauma. That's even worse than filming it yourself. He out of pocket for real. The story reached mainstream news. Outlets that usually ignored hip-hop gossip started covering it. Headlines like "Did DJ Vlad cross a line?" and "Ethics in hip-hop media under fire" started trending. And right when it felt like the chaos couldn't go any further, a surprising ally stepped in. Boosie. During a live session, Boosie went off, saying, "I told y'all Vlad don't respect the streets. You don't play with nobody family, especially after death." The clip of Boosie shouting he need to be banned from hip-hop went viral instantly. More artists started chiming in. Even Meek Mill tweeted, "Ain't no media ethics when it come to clicks no more." Sad era. Pressure kept mounting. Vlad's sponsors started disappearing one by one. People noticed his channel uploads slowed down. He went from dropping daily content to barely posting once a week. Rumors started swirling that his studio lease was up and some of his own staff had walked out. But instead of laying low, he did something wild. He dropped a new video titled "The Truth About Lil Durk." In the video, he denied everything again, but doubled down on his journalistic right to expose. He said, "Hip-hop can't silence the truth just because it hurts." Fans weren't buying it. Comments were disabled after 2 hours. Dislikes doubled the views. And someone even hacked the thumbnail to add the words "Liar TV." But buried in that video was one strange moment near the end. Vlad paused and said, "The full story's not out yet. They'll see." That line set off a new wave of theories. What full story was he talking about? Was there more footage? Some fans speculated he had another clip, maybe something incriminating. Others said it was all bluff, a desperate move to stay relevant. Still, the tension grew unbearable. Durk's fanbase was fuming, calling for boycotts, threatening to shut down Vlad's events around that same time. Word spread that Durk had reached out to one of Vlad's former associates, a camera operator who'd been fired months before. Sources claimed Durk's team offered him money to hand over everything he knew. A few days later, that same cameraman posted a cryptic tweet, "Sometimes silence louder than truth." The timing couldn't have been worse for Vlad. People assumed it meant he really did have more dark secrets hidden away. 2 days later, an anonymous YouTube account uploaded a video titled "The Uncut File." It started with black screens and distorted voices, then suddenly cut to unseen behind-the-scenes clips of Vlad TV interviews. There were moments showing rappers asking for questions to be cut, others revealing nervous glances after being pressed about street beefs. It looked real, too real. The captions read, "They never told you what happens after the cameras stop." The video was deleted within hours, but it was enough to bury Vlad further under suspicion the same night. Durk posted a photo in the studio, face hidden in shadows, holding a lighter up to what looked like a camera lens. The caption said, "Every lens don't deserve light." Within minutes, fans flooded the comments. Vlad's done. This the calm before the storm. That song dropping soon. And sure enough, days later, an unreleased track leaked online under the name Lens Talk. It wasn't confirmed if it was Durk, but the voice, flow, everything matched. The lyrics were savage. "You don't interview no more. You interrogate, you sell in pain, then say it's truth." That's how the fake operate. The hook repeated, "Keep the cameras out my casket." It was haunting, emotional, and powerful. Within hours, the snippet hit millions of views on Twitter and TikTok. Fans begged Durk to release it officially, but what nobody expected was Vlad's reaction. Instead of denying, he tweeted, "If that's his diss, I hope it helps him heal." That tweet sent everyone into overdrive. Did he just mock him again? He playing psychological games now. Even other industry figures started stepping in privately, urging Vlad to step away from social media before things spiraled further. By then, it wasn't just about a video anymore. It was a full-blown moral war. Journalists debated whether hip-hop media had lost its humanity. Rappers started unfollowing Vlad publicly, showing solidarity with Durk. Others began removing their past interviews from his channel. One by one, big names disappeared from his catalog, leaving empty gaps where their content used to be, and just when it seemed Vlad might finally go silent. Another rumor surfaced that Durk had secured a documentary deal to tell his side of the story. Insiders whispered it was titled "Through My Eyes," focusing on loss, pain, and exploitation in the rap world. Fans called it the realist revenge, a move to turn pain into purpose. But if people thought this was the end of the feud, they were dead wrong. Because what dropped next, from a source no one saw coming, reignited the entire internet all over again. A week after those rumors about the documentary started flying, the internet got hit with something nobody saw coming, an anonymous leak labeled Durk, private call to. It popped up on a random hip-hop subreddit late at night. The file was only 2 minutes long, but it was explosive. The audio allegedly captured a conversation between two men, one voice sounding eerily like Lil Durk, the other, reportedly, a well-known Chicago videographer. The so-called Durk voice was calm but tense. "I don't want no sympathy," it said. "I want accountability." He sent that video like it was a clip, but that was somebody's last breath. Within an hour, every blog had reposted it. Fans went crazy, debating whether it was real or fabricated. One side said it sounded too clean to be real. The other said you could hear genuine pain in Durk's tone. Even if it was fake, the damage was done. The internet started spinning again. The hashtags #camp. Durk's camp, however, didn't seem fazed. His manager posted a cryptic tweet, "When the truth ain't convenient, they call it conspiracy." The line was retweeted by half the rap game. Even Drake liked the post, sending fans into a frenzy. The hype for Through My Eyes reached insane levels. People were saying it could be the biggest hip-hop documentary since Kanye's Giannis. Even critics who normally avoided street rap said they were ready to review it. Pre-release screenings were reportedly emotional. One insider said you could hear people sniffing in the room. It's raw. It's real. It's Durk's heart bleeding on screen. But the night before its official drop, another anonymous leak hit the web. This time, it was a short clip showing a behind-the-scenes exchange between Durk and a producer. In it, Durk said, "I ain't doing this for clicks. I'm doing it so they stop treating us like content. We humans." That clip humanized him even more, turning the public completely to his side. Vlad, on the other hand, was facing the worst week of his career. Sponsors gone, staff quitting, and his name trending for all the wrong reasons. Then, the final nail in the coffin, a major streaming platform pulled every piece of Vlad TV content from its library, pending ethical review. His brand was officially collapsing in real time. And yet, even through the chaos, something deeper started forming. Artists began speaking up about their own experiences. One said, "They made us believe we needed those interviews to matter. Now we see who we giving our pain to." Another tweeted, "Durk just shifted the game." The documentary dropped that Friday at midnight. Within 2 hours, social media was flooded with emotional reactions. Clips of fans crying, posts from rappers saying, "This the realest thing I ever seen." One part that hit hardest showed Durk visiting the graves of his lost brothers. Talking about how media headlines always came before condolences. "They report the death before the family even get the call," he said softly. "We not breaking news, we breaking hearts." That line went viral instantly. Millions reposted it with the caption, "We breaking hearts." The message had turned into a movement. Bloggers started reflecting. Other journalists admitted guilt for chasing clicks. Even some of Vlad's old guests began publicly apologizing for their roles in feeding the machine. But what nobody expected was the final scene of the film, footage of Durk in a dimly lit studio, watching something on his phone. He doesn't say a word. The camera zooms in slightly, and you can just make out a reflection on the screen, the infamous video. Durk looks up, stares at the camera, and says quietly, "Never again." The screen fades to black. Fans lost their minds. That ending was everything a full-circle statement, raw and cinematic. People said it was art, pain, and power all at once. And just when the internet thought it had finally found closure, an unknown account uploaded a message the next morning. The story ain't over. Vlad kept copies, and that's where things took another shocking turn. And there you have it. The full saga that had the entire hip-hop world talking. From the shocking video to the leaked calls, the mysterious texts, and Durk turning pain into art. This story has it all: betrayal, revenge, moral battles, and a showdown that's reshaping how the industry sees media and loyalty. The drama isn't just entertainment, it's a lesson in consequences, power, and the fine line between reporting and exploiting. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about Vlad's actions? Was he crossing a line or just doing his job? And Durk, do you think turning his pain into a documentary was the ultimate clapback? Or is there more to the story that we haven't seen yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let your voice be heard. And tell us who you're rooting for in this drama. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Subscribe for all the latest updates and turn on notifications, because in hip-hop, stories like this never really end. They evolve, twist, and hit harder than ever. Trust us, you'll want to be first in line for every twist and turn. Stay tuned, stay ready, and keep your eyes on the game,